So today we are going to be doing a review of a tiny little indie film called Gladiator 2. This is the sequel to Gladiator, the first one. This is the new, who should we say, the new Paul Mescal movie, starring Paul Mescal. Obviously, also starring Denzel Washington, starring Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, Connie Nielsen. Lots of wonderful actors. Actually, an incredible cast, directed by the amazing Ridley Scott, who is amazing. I guess you can call him amazing. I mean, some of his films are amazing, some aren't as amazing. What is this film about? So, Gladiator 2 follows on, like, I don't know, was it like 15 years or something after the first Gladiator film? So Maximus Decimus Meridius dies in the first film. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Gladiator 1. Anyway, so yeah, we are forward in time. There are two sort of crazy psychopathic twin emperors at the moment that are sort of running Rome and therefore running the Roman Empire. And we've got Pedro Pascal's character, who is I guess, the head of the army, and he's attacking this town, this city, very, very far away from Rome. And in this city is Paul Mescal. And we find out a little bit later that Paul Mescal is the sort of Prince of Rome, the heir to the throne, the son of Connie Nielsen character, the little boy that we see in the first Gladiator film. They kind of act as if that's some kind of surprise, but I think everybody knows this from the trailer anyway. But anyway, what did I think of this film? I actually really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really good. Like, I think it did exactly what you wanted a Gladiator 2 film to do. Was there some weird CGI moments? Yes, the CGI monkeys that everyone's talking about, they aren't realistic. They're a bit weird. The sharks, the rhino, a lot of the animals, they're all very CGI, and, like, I don't know, they didn't blend into the world as well as the tiger in the first one did. But it is what it is. Apart from that, you want to see gladiators sort of battling it out in a big giant Colosseum arena. This film has that. Um, Denzel Washington is just the MVP of the movie. He's got so much charisma, Denzel. He's just so good. Like, everything he does is so good. So I actually do think that I do believe that the talk about him getting Oscar nominations for Best Supporting Actor this year could be true. They could come to fruition because he elevates this film. He really does. Like, Paul Mescal's a great actor, but he's still a bit of an indie actor, if you know what I mean. He's not superstar Russell Crowe in a movie. He doesn't have that sort of cool guy blockbuster sort of, I'm a superstar and I'm going to hold this whole film up on my shoulders. He doesn't quite have that. He's a very realistic actor. He's a very raw, talented, raw, like, ferocious actor, and there's some great acting from him. But it's like he's acting, I guess, slightly in an indie film, whereas Denzel's a movie star. He is as cool as they come, and he is so charismatic. He's just eating, like, chewing the scenery. He's eating. He's just so good in this film. And yeah, whenever he's on screen, the film is elevated. When you're seeing Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal, and they're wonderful, and they really add a great sort of realism to the film, I guess. But I don't know if I'm looking for realism in a gladiator, sword and sandals, just a sword fighting film. I just want to see, for sort of blockbusterness, I guess. Is the first film, it got all the accolades, it won the Oscar for best film that year. I don't think this film is quite on that level. There's something more grand about the first film, about Russell Crowe walking into the Colosseum. It's more like amazing to see, I guess, in some aspects. There's, what's his name? Digimon Hansu. I always say his name wrong. the supporting sort of fighter with Russell Crowe in the first film, when they survive the first sort of gladiator fight in the Colosseum, when no one thought they were going to survive, and you see Digimon Hansu like cheering as if he's just fought for his life. That cheer, that scream that Digimon Hansu lets out at the end of that first battle in the Gladiator first film, that was so exciting to see. In this film, I didn't quite get that. Whenever Paul Mescal would win a gladiator fight, I was like, yeah, he seemed like he was going to win that fight. He seemed he's pretty integral to the plotline, and obviously Russell Crowe is as well. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Somehow Ridley Scott made it seem like this was a momentous moment for them to win, and I wasn't quite getting that, I guess, from this second film. But that being said, the second film was really, really fun. They filled the Colosseum with water and the sharks and everything. We've got the rhino. And it's just the decadence, right? The decadence of Rome. I, like every other guy, think about the Roman Empire about once a day. And I just think it's so exciting, so interesting to see an empire be at the point of collapse, at the point of where it's just the morals and ethics are flipped upside down. We want to see people dying and stuff. Like when a society gets to that point and you can see it sort of just about to collapse, the crumble, the fall of the Roman Empire. That's really exciting. I'd actually love to just see a gladiator film that really doesn't have anything to do with gladiators. I'd like to see the next iteration where the fall of Roman Empire happens. That's what I'd love to see. But what can I say? I think this film delivers. It does what it says on the tin. It's Gladiator 2. It's a blockbuster. It's kind of ridiculous, ludicrously fun. Denzel Washington is just, the ticket is worth the admission price just to see Denzel. He's so good in this film. Connie Nielsen's wonderful. They've even got Matt Lucas in there, who's, Little Britain guy, and he's just great. Everyone's great. And it's a fun romp of a film. I don't think it's an Oscar film. The music didn't quite eat as hard as the first film. Like, the music in the first film is iconically amazing. This film just sort of had tiny little echoes of some of the themes that we recognize, and then not much else. So, yeah, what else is there to say? Go and see this film. I really do recommend it. You're gonna have a whale of a time. It's really, really fun. Lots of big, muscly, sweaty men fighting. If you're into that, you'll love it.